Well, hi again everybody, welcome to my latest video. Well, on this one I'm going to do another quick little product review, another webcam. This one here from Nexigo is a 2K webcam. It also is supposed to be with 3 different zoom positions to it, and both of those are what enticed me to get it, because I want to be able to use this as part of my upgrade to my studio here for going live or doing live streaming. And this would be an ideal camera if it works the way it's advertised to help that situation work out for me. I could either use it on my boom that I just installed in the last day or so, and I'll also have the option if I wanted to put it up in one of the corners of this room that'll be turned on during a live stream or for whatever purpose, in order to give a view of, let's say, my setup that's here, my screens or whatever. The zoom would come in very handy. It's also fully autofocus, so it has a lot of nice features to it. If you get anything out of this video, you'll find it useful in some way, helpful, and you want to see some of my future content, at least consider subscribing to my channel. So let's first start with a box opening of this camera. We'll see what it comes with, and then I'll start setting it up and doing some testing, and I'm hoping for the best. Okay, got my handy dandy knife here. Let me open this guy up. Well, here's the tech specifications on it. If I open this guy up here. Looks like a little user's manual to it. It's supposed to be plug and play, so I'm not going to go into any detail on this. We'll see how it works out, unless I have a problem with it. It's got a thank you card from Nexigo. Okay, these are the privacy covers. They give you 2 of them. Self-adhesive tape on one side of them. Probably not going to use those. Well, looks like the entire webcam is next. Open this guy up. And there you go. So it looks like it has a standard stand to it. It's got a regular mount, 1/4-inch mount for a tripod. Looks like it swivels both ways, up, down, left and right. Actually, it comes right off of the, the thing, so you can orient it in different ways, huh? Okay, pretty straightforward. Now let me turn it on and see how it looks. Okay, what I want to demonstrate here is how you can do the camera controls, including being able to zoom in and out. This camera does support up to 3 times zoom, but that's going to be totally dependent upon the actual application that you're using. In this case, I'll show you how the application Skype, which does support setting up camera controls, allows you to change things like that. So what I have here is the main Skype camera setting, and I opened up the properties for the camera. And right now I have the zoom at 0, and if I grab this zoom and I drag it across, as you can see, it's zooming in. And I can zoom out just as well. So it all depends on which application you have, whether or not that supports the zoom function. I've increased the resolution of this Nexigo N940 to the highest it can go. 2592 by 1944, which is slightly higher than regular ultra high def 2K. So I think we're looking okay. It's only running at 30 frames per second though when you go to this resolution. So I just wanted to run it at this so you can get an idea of how it looks. I'm still using the sound from the Yeti microphone though. Okay, this is a quick comparison video between 3 webcams. The one that's the subject of this video, the Nexigo N940, the last one that I reviewed, the Giga, and the one that I reviewed a while back, the original Nexigo. That one has autofocus on it. So I'm going to compare the 3, and we'll see. I mean, how do they look right now? This is the 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Let me check the sounds on these. Right now I'm using the Yeti microphone to put this sound into this recording. Let me turn that off and switch over to the Nexigo N940. Okay, now this is a sound coming out of the Nexigo N940. I'm about 2 feet away from it, and it should be picking up from its microphones, and we'll compare the two. How does that sound? Let me now switch over to the Chica. Okay, so here's the sound coming out of the Chica webcam. About the same distance, just a little bit higher. How does that sound? Does that one sound okay? Anyway, let me switch over to the final one, the original Nexigo, and we'll see how that sounds. Okay, so now I've enabled the sound from the original Nexigo. The 1080p with autofocus. Didn't have a particular number to it, so can't use that. So how does that sound? How does that sound coming out of that microphone? Okay. Now I'm back to the Yeti microphone, and I think this test should show a pretty good comparison between the three. Quite honestly, the picture of the new Nexigo 940 looks great. All three of these webcams are currently set at 1080p. However, the new N940, since it supports 60 frames per second, that's what I have enabled on it, whereas the other two only have 30 frames per second because that's as high as they go. Okay, I think that concludes this test. Okay, now for a propagation delay test. I'm going to get this clock going, capturing one from the camera and one from the screen, and then I will freeze it and display the results. Well, in my screen capture here, it looks like it stopped with a propagation delay of 58, which is standard for a webcam. So this particular cam is right in line with all the other ones that I've seen. Well, that concludes this little review of the Nexigo N940 webcam. It did amazingly well. Obviously, it's not the cheapest webcam that I've reviewed. I think the list price is probably about $80, $85 as I recall. I'll put the link down below to where you could take a look at it if you're interested in buying it. But I think the extra 2K and also the 60 frames per second helped the quality of the picture considerably, at least compared to the other webcams that I have. And I compared it to the next two that I have that I considered the best ones that I have so far. So this one did pretty good. But I'll leave it up to you to judge based upon what I've put into this video. Anyway, as I said earlier, if you get anything out of this video that you find useful or helpful in any way, it would be very helpful if you subscribe to my channel. Then you'll be able to see future content like this, and I'll be able to compare additional devices, and I have some other reviews coming up on video capture cards and all sorts of things, including that camera there that I was videoing this Sony ZV-1. There's now an update to that I want to show you how to put it in there and what it does for you. So hopefully you get a chance to look at my videos in the future and you get something out of them. Well, for now, take care. Please stay healthy and stay safe.